Hello and a warm welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we will take a closer look at the Bombardier CRJ 200LR from Air Dolomiti. And if you take a look at the box straight away, we can see here we have a nice image of the aircraft and the Air Dolomiti branding. Now if you turn the box around on the back side, we can see we have the image once again. We have the original dimensions and some additional information as always. So let's take a closer look inside. And here we are with the CRJ 200LR in the colors of Air Dolomiti. Now, Air Dolomiti is an Italian regional airline with its head office in Verona, Italy, and its operating base at Munich Airport in Germany. And it is a wholly owned subsidiary of Lufthansa. Air Dolomiti operates a network of routes from several Italian destinations to and from Munich. Some of these services are sold under the Air Dolomiti brand, while the others are part of Lufthansa Regional. So let's take a closer look at the aircraft itself, and as always we start with the tail section. And here we can see on the vertical stabilizer we have the Air Dolomiti branding, and just in front of the engines we have the full registration code of the aircraft. Then on the front of the aircraft we have along the fuselage the writing of Air Dolomiti in the Air Dolomiti branding, and right under that we actually have the writing of part of Lufthansa, indicating of course the strong connection with Lufthansa. But let's continue with some of the details on this tiny aircraft, and if you take a look at the wings, that's actually not too bad, especially when you think about how small this aircraft actually is. The same goes for the engines or the engine nacelles, as you can see here. Now most of the aircraft is made of metal except for the landing gear, the engine nacelles, the horizontal and vertical stabilizers. And normally that gives a little bit of a problem, especially with the nacelles and the stabilizers, as they tend to turn a bit yellowish when the aircraft gets older. But in this case the miscoloration is really minor and still very close to the original white of the fuselage. And then of course my favorite detail on the aircraft, which are the winglets, which look very nice indeed. Now this review is kind of a look into the past, as Air Dolomiti actually is not flying this aircraft anymore. Now Air Dolomiti used to fly the usual regional aircraft like Fokkers, ATRs or CRJs like this one. However, today they are flying exclusively with the Embraer ERJ 195. Now, before we end the episode, I'd like to do just a few comments on the aircraft itself. Now, obviously it is a very tiny aircraft, and that limits the amount of details you can put on it, especially on a 1 to 500 scale. However, I must actually say that I'm quite impressed with the amount of details that Herpa Wings managed to get on it. The engines look okay, the wings are also decent, and the print quality is actually very good. So if you like small regional aircrafts from Herpa Wings in scale 1 to 500, this one is definitely one I can recommend. And with that we have reached the end of today's episode. Now if you have enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, that would be very nice, or if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. And don't miss out on the next episode of Review, where we stay in Italy and we'll take a closer look at an Airbus A320-200 in the colors of I-ADJA. And with that I would like to say thank you very much for watching, hope to see you soon again, I'm checking out, and bye!